That was a live look at Key West as Hurricane Ian, which is intensifying, now about 150 miles away from Key West, continues to move towards Florida.
Is it getting a lot stronger as it moves toward Florida?
It is, unfortunately, Stefan. You know, when we saw this emerge from Cuba, the pressure has been dropping really quickly, which is a sign of intensifying hurricane.
All right, thanks, Mark. Well, as Hurricane Ian strengthens from a Category 3 to Category 4, every county in Florida is under a state of emergency, but the storm is also impacting people across the country and right here in Kentuckiana. Hurricane Ian made landfall as a Category 3 in western Cuba on Tuesday, with winds up to 120 miles an hour and now barreling toward Florida.
I am in Duval County, Jacksonville. Duval, you know I had to say it because that's what we do.
Henny Stewart is a former radio and TV personality in Jacksonville, Florida.
The sun is shining, the weather is beautiful, as they say, the calm before the storm.
Jacksonville is not expected to take a direct hit from Ian, but Stewart says there's still a lot of people preparing for the worst and panic buying.
It reminds me of COVID. People running in the stores, panicking, running to the back of the store for the water, for the toilet tissue, and there is none.
I have not had any cancellations. I've had to move a client that was going, and I've had to move them back a little further.
Jennifer Armstrong is a travel consultant with Travelmation and already making adjustments and exit plans for clients traveling to and from Florida.
They have small children and they really just don't want to take that chance, so they're cutting their vacation short by 2 or 3 days.
Armstrong recommends a plan B for anyone traveling to Florida during hurricane season.
If something would happen, if you drove there, can we get you to Georgia? Can we get you to Alabama? Can we get you somewhere as an option if you have to get out?
People are really getting ready for this.
Meanwhile, Henny Stewart says she's at least a few hours away from the area expected to take a direct hit, but her last trip to the stores showed panic buying is still out of control.
They had just gotten in a whole pallet of generators, and by the time I was walking out of the store, they only had 2 left. They were grabbing generators like they was M&Ms.
And Kentucky's Transportation Secretary has issued an official order to help speed up things for emergency crews heading to Florida. So for now, there are no limits to the number of hours those truckers can drive, and crews can bypass those way stations. With photographer Frank Stamper, I'm Stefan Johnson, WDRB News.